What can I say about Paul Thomas Anderson? He's one of the most eccentric directors working today, and in some circles even considered one of the greatest American filmmakers of our time. While that's a pretty objective statement, there's no denying that his films are connected by many underlying themes. Some I'll talk about here are paternity and salesmanship. But first, some background. Anderson was born in Studio City, California in 1970 and developed a love for film at a young age. At 17, he finished a 30-minute mockumentary called The Dirk Diggler Story, depicting the rise and fall of a famous porn star. As a precursor to Boogie Nights, it's a little crude, but it stands as the highlight of his early career.
Say what you will about the man, but when it came down to doing a scene, he was amazing.
After majoring in English for 2 semesters at Emerson College, he dropped out to enroll at New York University's film school, only to attend for a grand total of 2 days. With some money he won gambling, $10,000 of college money, and his girlfriend's credit card, he produced a $20,000 short film, Cigarettes and Coffee. It premiered in the Sundance Film Festival Shorts program and was developed into his first feature film through Sundance, similar to Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs.
But you guys are like making me lose my train of thought here. I was saying something. What was it?
Hard 8 may not be Anderson's finest film, but it's got his creative stamp all over it. The tracking shots, the familiar cast, the extended score, the themes, Philip Seymour Hoffman, it's all there. The film begins with John C. Reilly's character named John, how fitting, meeting an older man at a diner.
Hey. What?
Right away, both of my themes start taking effect, but I'll tackle them one at a time. My first theme, paternity, might not be so apparent here in the beginning, but by the end, it's in full force.
Yeah, John, there's something I need to tell you. It's something you need to know. It's important. I need to tell you. I love you, John. I love you like you were my own son.
Most of Anderson's films hint at this weird father-son relationship that usually isn't biological and develops over the course of the film. In Hard 8, Sidney, played by Philip Baker Hall, convinces John to come with him to Vegas and teaches him professional gambling. Early on, it may resemble more of a mentor-apprentice relationship, but through their shared experiences, a more intimate bond is formed. In Magnolia, a group of seemingly unconnected stories occur simultaneously, and at the heart of it all is a dying man's search for his estranged son, played by Tom Cruise. This is the one instance where the connection is biological, although the two haven't seen each other in years. The film comes to an emotional climax when they finally meet, and it makes for one powerful scene.
Earl. You don't look that bad.
In There Will Be Blood, Daniel Day-Lewis plays Daniel Plainview, a troubled oil man at the turn of the century searching for purpose in his financial conquests.
I have a competition in me. I want no one else to succeed.
This guy has no boundaries, and from the title alone, you know things aren't going to end well for him. Early on, a deceased coworker leaves a son that Plainview adopts. Right from the start, the relationship is characterized by disagreement and resistance. Since the film covers a period of about 30 years, we get to see this relationship take a few steps forward and many steps back.
Let's take a look at you. That's it.
Anderson's most recent film, The Master, centers on the relationship between Joaquin Phoenix's drifting World War II vet, Freddie Quell, and Seymour Hoffman's collected intellectual, Lancaster Dodd. Quell is your quintessential id character, a man governed entirely by his emotions and desires.
Man is not an animal. We are not a part of the animal kingdom. We sit far above that crowd, purged as spirits.
Lancaster Dodd is introduced as the leader of a philosophical movement obsessed with time travel and memories, and it's referred to only as the Cause. Upon discovering Freddy as a stowaway on his yacht, he seizes the opportunity to convert a man who is possibly the unlikeliest candidate for a follower.
You'll be my guinea pig and protege, eh? Formal processing.
And what starts out as a series of processing sessions becomes one of Anderson's strongest father-son relationships yet.
Hello?
I miss you.
How'd you find me?
We're tied together.
Some people interpret this bond as being more homoerotic, but for example, when I see something like this, all I really see is a father roughhousing with his kid. On the outset, the two could not be more different, but the film frequently breaks down each character to show them as equals. Dodd is established as confident and cool-headed, not only with his voice, but with his mannerisms as well. There's a really great scene where Quell and Dodd find themselves imprisoned in adjacent cells. While Freddy acts like a caged animal, Dodd calmly explains in his own way what's going on in Freddy's head.
Your fear of capture and imprisonment is an implant from millions of years ago. This battle has been with you from before you know.
By the end, they're both caged animals shouting between bars.
We are in the middle of a battle that's 1 trillion years in the making, and it's bigger than the both of us.
You're making this shit up. You make this shit up. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't.
I give you facts.
You don't give
They
me
are not
facts. What facts?
They are fucking facts!
What facts?
Fuck you!
What facts?
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Why don't you kick
Fuck
the
you!
bed some more?
Fuck you!
Fuck you, you
Fuck
lazy
you!
ass piece of
Fuck
shit!
you, I'm not lazy.
I'm done! You're fucking lazy!
No, you make shit.
You're fucking lazy! I make shit!
My second theme is salesmanship, which is easily identified in every one of Anderson's films. Going back to Hard 8, the entire opening scene is a sales pitch to get John to Vegas. Boogie Nights has an eerily similar scene in a diner where an older Burt Reynolds playing porn director Jack Horner is at work getting Eddie into the business as an actor. Probably the most traditional sales pitch in this film is when the character Buck tries selling this guy a stereo.
Got available in this system right here.
I don't know. I don't really know if I need all that bass.
Oh, I think you need all that bass. I mean, if you want a system to handle what you want, yeah, you need the bass. See, this is hi-fi, okay? High fidelity. You know what that means? That means this is the highest quality fidelity. Hi-fi. Those are two very important things to have in the stereo system.
What's the price for the
I have
420?
this very unit in my home.
Really?
Yes, I do. But of course, I got it modified with the TK421, which kicks it up another, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 quads per channel, you know. But that's technical talk. That doesn't really concern me.
Punch Drunk Love and There Will Be Blood are both about people where selling is a big part of the job. For Barry Egan, it's selling toilet plungers, which doesn't always go so well.
I wanted to tell you guys about the new Funders. We've been working on this, and we have a non-breakable handle, finally. Let me demonstrate for you. Okay, this was one of the old ones, so do we have a...
For Daniel Plainview, the first time we really hear him speak is when he's selling a group of people on his drilling business. And finally, The Master is a film where one of the main characters is busy forming a religion, something that inherently requires salesmanship. Although they may not appear in his films, Anderson even made some pretty hilarious fake commercials for his movies, such as this Mattress Man ad for Punch Drunk Love.
Hey, this is Dean Trumbull for the Mattress Man. Give me a call at 370-0466. For a limited time only, D&D Mattress has queen mattress sets for $99 and king sets for $129.
Shit! Man, you all right?
Oh yeah.
Shit, man, you okay?
I was afraid that was gonna happen. I was afraid it was gonna happen with that goddamn thing.
You all right?
There are many other themes to be found in these films, but these are just a few that I've noticed. Now there's one last thing I do want to talk about, and it's something I noticed when taking a step back and looking at his body of work as a whole. There almost seems to be this split in his filmography, beginning with There Will Be Blood, where from now on, the tone seems to be much more weighty, and everything is played for serious effect. I tried, but I really could not find a shred of humor in There Will Be Blood. As for The Master, there is one scene I do remember where Dodd is putting Quell through what he calls processing. Basically, Freddy has to sit in front of someone who can say whatever they want to him, and he can't react.
Well, luckily I don't care. Doris, 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 Doris. See? Doesn't even affect me. Doris. Say it.
Doris.
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 Doris, see?
You miss her?
Huh?
Do you miss Doris?
Say your fucking name again, I swear to God.
Doris.
I swear to fucking God!
This is about as funny as it gets in this movie. Whereas movies like Magnolia and Boogie Nights are full of Anderson's quirky and sometimes perverted sense of humor.
Did I hear someone say deal? This weekend, and this weekend only, Buck Super Cool Stereo Stores making super cool deals on all name brands. We're open. We're ready. All you need to do is walk over, get down, and come inside us. Word.
Another thing is that your main characters past this split are kind of jerks.
I hate most people. One night I'm gonna come to you inside of your house, wherever you're sleeping, and I'm gonna cut your throat.
Bastard from a basket!
I don't like to explain myself.
What an asshole. And sure, there have been some characters in the past that became kind of unlikable by the end, like Dirk in Boogie Nights.
We look like assholes right now, man!
But it's still comedic, and at least they're not jacking off in public or murdering people. Now don't get me wrong, There Will Be Blood and The Master are still two of my favorite films, but it's moments like this where it's plain to see how different his overall tone has become. This serious trend could easily break with his upcoming film Inherent Vice, but only time will tell. I've gone a little off track here, so in conclusion, there's a lot more going on in Paul Thomas Anderson films than just elaborate tracking shots or stellar performances. They're just full of hidden themes and messages, and incredibly self-aware of that fact. Whether or not you actually like his movies is subjective. Some may find his films pseudo-intellectual and pretentious, but either way, it's difficult to argue against his status as a true auteur.